Welcome back. The Gopher football team moves on to the Outback Bowl. The centerpiece of the offense is quarterback Tanner Morgan. He followed P.J. Fleck after committing to Western Michigan, and last year was the backup for the first half of the season. He learned a lot from that experience, and he's still learning a lot about playing quarterback and life with high expectations. What was last year like before you got this play?
A lesson I really learned and embodied was that to me, I used to worship football, if that makes sense to you. I used to put it above everything in my life. I used to say that Jesus was the most important thing to me, but it really wasn't. Yeah. And I really had to be able to sit there and look at myself and say, this is just a game in retrospect, and your relationship with Christ is the most important thing to you.
So in your life, the way you saw it is there was somebody tapping on your shoulder saying, hey, you ain't getting it right now.
Right.
I told you, lean on me, huh?
Exactly, absolutely, 100%. And honestly, I wasn't ready to play at that point in the season.
But you probably felt you were, right?
Exactly.
As you look back now.
At the moment, yeah. But as you look back, and I'm very honest with myself, I wasn't ready to play. And God really was able to show me a lot about myself.
How do you get to a point where, we all want to make plays and all those things, but more important is you don't make a bad play. How do you discipline yourself that way so that you're not making a bad play?
Yeah, it goes back to the little things and the details. Being able to have correct fundamentals on every play that you have, because in order to win games in this conference, you have to make the routine plays. If you don't make the routine plays, you're going to beat yourself, because with guys we have, if you hit a 5-yard pass, it can turn into 80.
What do you want to be as a leader? What do you want when you talk about the players are looking at you in the huddle? You want them to see what does your brand have to be to them?
I just want them to see a guy that loves them first and foremost, and has total belief and command of the team and of the offense that we're doing. I never want them to feel like I'm letting them out to dry or that I don't believe in them, because I do. It's a privilege to play this game, especially with guys you love, with guys that you spend a lot of time with, and it's really fun to see their success individually and how that individual success helps the team grow and be successful, which is the most important goal.
What will Auburn be like when you watch them from a quarterback standpoint, and we don't see them often? What do you see?
They're very fast, they're very athletic, and they're very talented. Their defense can fly around. They can do a lot of different things. They have a guy up front that was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. You don't win the SEC Defensive Player of the Year by not being a very talented guy. So we're really excited to be able to play a really good team. When
they rushed the field after you beat Penn State, what did you feel like when you saw that and you thought about the goals and all those things, and you looked around and the place was, you couldn't get to the locker room almost?
Yeah.
What was that feeling like at that moment?
Just overcome with emotions, to be honest with you. The first thing is just understanding how blessed and privileged I am, how blessed our team is to be able to put in these situations, but also just excitement, joy, and seeing how much it meant to the fans, how much it meant to Gopher Nation, people who have been through a lot of ups and downs, being Minnesota sports fans. It was just really cool to see how excited they were and how much it cared to them. You know what I mean? That meant a lot. Sitting there and looking at the stadium, that's an environment you want to play in. That's an environment you dream about playing in when you're a kid. And seeing the field get stormed was really cool, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
A lot of people won't. Morgan won the award for the most unselfish player, the Paul Gill Award, tonight at their banquet.